One moment, big blades. Next moment, gone. Should be able to go in there now. Heard this place reeked of voltaxic sulfite back in the day. I was planning on having a wander down there, only I think I can hear things shuffling around down there. And I'm more of a lover than a fighter. Actually, if you're headed in there, maybe you could do us a favour. See, I run a little mining operation of my own. Mining's dangerous at the best of times, but it's suicidal without a proper source of light. I've got lights, just ain't got no power. Run on voltaxic sulfide they do. Nasty rocks. Stink like a dozen eggs rotting in the summer sun on the back of a whale carcass. And they're less stable than the high temper on a bad day. Bloody toxic too. Keep your nostrils peeled for some voltaxic sulfite while you're down there. Or anywhere, really. See that? One moment. Big...
The gate is open, and now I hear her voice as clearly as if she was sitting right here with me. Words of a dead woman, reverberating up from the depths of Highgate. A spirit chained, yet not enslaved. Tortured, yet unbroken. That dead woman is Deshret, and our red Sakema longs to return to the dust of her Visteri. Free her, and I shall reward you as my gifts allow. In destroying Vol, you have avenged many a pretty bloodied nose around here. Well done, you. The corruption will pass.
The rapture is our hope, our desperation. It will set the nightmare to boil, cook that nice big fishy in its own whining brine. Listen with all of your ears, not a cockroach. The rapture was Malachai's most wondrous creation, the only fire hot enough to burn the beast from existence. And its fuel? A gemling queen. Blood and flesh and gem. Yet my selfish self did not want to burn away, and so the fire was but a tiny spark. The spark of a cataclysm. I am sorry, my love, my Malachi. Go to it, not a cockroach. Find the rapture. Make me sorry no more. Vol the Pure, they called him. Vol the Murderer, I call him. In his name, an emperor was murdered. In his name, an empire was murdered. Yes, it was Malachai's lips that kissed me. Yes, it was Malachai's hand that led me to the rapture. No, no, and no again. It was Vol's words that put me there. The rapture was to rend open the hide of nightmare and broil the beast's bitter innards in the sweet fire of mortality. The vessel was strong and oh so willing. The medicine was oh so weak. Ta-ta, not a cockroach.
The gate is open and the darkness calls. Good hunting, Cursebreaker. We read the land, learn its stories. Kalm and his warriors entered those mines some 20 years before Deshret sealed the mines and bound our Kara to this mountain. Neither soil nor stone speak of Kalm's return. Perhaps he is dead, or perhaps he merely wishes he was. After all, anything seems possible. Yes, Tasuni has informed me of Deshret's existence within the mines, but has been unable to tell me how she comes to be there. Another troubling hole in our knowledge of Nightmare. Regardless of her origins, I will not risk my Dekara in an attempt to free her. Even were she still flesh and blood, I would decide the same. She is our Sikema no longer, and we have fulfilled our duty to her memory many times over. Kira will not agree, yet her revolt will rise only as words. I am her Sikema, and she will not cross me. So, free Deshret if the opportunity arises. It is only right that she be allowed to return to the dust of the Vastiri, but it would be wrong if any should follow her there. Act with care.
Yes, little mountain. I'm pleased to see you too.
This'll do nicely, Exile. Ah, this is the stuff. Good nose, Exile. You find more and I'll come right over. Don't touch it though. Stuff will send you mad without the right precautions. You think I want to be dressed like this? Tell you what, how about we take a look around my mine? Talk to me when you're ready to go. Ta-da! Good find, Exile. This'll do nicely, Exile. Hello? Looks like shite, eh? Well, don't judge a mine by its entrance. Eternals used to pull all sorts of goodies out of these rocks, and they never had my secret weapon. Just inside the mine shaft is my creaky little crawler. Took one of the old Eternal torture devices and repurposed it. Oh, it can still tear your skin off like peeling a fruit, but hopefully it won't try to. Instead, it can lay down a daisy chain of lights powered by that voltaxic sulfite. You'll want to be on the lookout for more of that, mind you. This big beauty next to me, my pride and joy, feeds Crawler with refined and purified sulfite, and it's capable of taking all sorts of the raw materials strewn below ground and turning them into sources of light and explosives. How about you head underground and follow the mechanical little bugger to an azurite vein, eh? The darkness within those walls is unnatural. It does not fade in the presence of light. It retreats like a living beast. I'd not wander too far from the lamps if I were you. Been working on this machine on and off for years. Hard to really test it without the raw materials from the mine. You're here now, though, so maybe that'll change. This beauty can take the azurite you find in there and turn it into flares and dynamite. Enough azurite, and I can make this thing more efficient than it already is. Able to hold a lot more sulfite, and able to make better flares and dynamite. Grew up in Oriath. Used to love the city. Spent my youth combing the woods around it for sulfite. No one else knew how to handle the stuff, but the Templar had a voracious appetite for it. Needed it to power whatever godforsaken machines they were building. Made a very healthy living for myself until, well, let's just say, for a while I thought I was a prophet. The Templar don't take so kindly to people calling themselves prophets. Locked me up in a madhouse, but I dug me way out. Templar like escapees even less than they like false prophets. So here I am, digging around in eternal rubble. Ta-da!
Welcome. A life spent fleeing from the Lord leaves the spirit ready to escape with its newfound treasure. Our vanguard seeks to claim land that is not theirs.
likes me. Trapped spirits in this place. I can feel them. Don't be frightened, little mountain. It'll all be over soon.
we just discover the truth of this world?
The Rapture device has absorbed its fill of harvested life from fury and desire. It is ready. So am I. I know now that I was born to be the end and the beginning of the Empire. The Beast has made this clear to me. As clear and undeniable as the sacrifice I must now make. My Lady Diala, my love, my life's greatest achievement. She must leave me now, for she cannot follow, and she will perish if she remains. And so I will ask of her more than she would ever give. I will betray her. I will break her heart, so that I do not break her soul.
You know, not a cockroach. Had I accepted my place, my rapturous role, the beast would be no more, no less, no anything at all. My selfishness tickled the beast's fancy and it laughed the world I knew away. Yet I have had much time to think on my lonesome, much time to wonder. Wonder if the Rapture really needs to eat a gemlin queen. Maybe something else will get its catastrophic juices slavering. Something like eyeball soup, the eye of fury, the eye of desire. Pretty gems for our pretty designs. But where could they be? Don't fret now. I have my suspicions. Calm, the sovereign of slaughter. He remains and suffers his delusions right here in the halls of nightmare. Fury is all he knows, so fury Calm will have. Deresso, king of swords, damned by desire. Oh, aren't we all? He's down here too, and desire's curse remains his to bear. Go on, not a cockroach. Bring me the crown jewels so that we might wake the Rapture and finally put an end to this pestering beast. Old axe for brains. Calm had Eternals dragged from their homes all over the south coast. Like sheep, he butchered them, no matter how desperately they bleated. He adorned his doorways with the heads of women and children. What makes a hero or a villain? It depends who you ask. The Sword King. Before my time. Beyond my time. Where is time anyway when you need it? Never stand still. That's the problem. Except if you are Deresso. Petrified with love he is. A love he doesn't realize is long, long, long gone. Ta-ta, not a cop.
I like you better this way. Too much clatter.
Curious. With the death of the last monster here, the very air itself feels different. I wouldn't use the word purified, but you've definitely negated the pile over this place. I'll stay here for now and make sure nothing dangerous re-emerges. Go with courage.
When I'm ready, and not before. That would just make life complicated.
I felt it, saw it. The storm of her release. Our red Sakema is free to mingle once more with the red earth of our birthplace. Deshret was the howling wind, the lash and bite of the driving dust. Our wild Visteria is weakened by her absence no longer. You've done yourself proud today, Exile. Righted a wrong that we Marraketh have borne for far too long. And of course, as promised, you shall be rewarded. Nightmare is not without sophistication. In life, Doresso was tortured by frustration and shame. In death, Nightmare has erased his past and forged a dream world in which Doresso will remain contented and loved. What if Nightmare could do that for all of us? Would we really wish to destroy it then? My understanding of Kawom, the man, is that he was a prisoner of his own delusions. Now, he is a prisoner of someone else's. The power of Nightmare to manipulate the soul never ceases to impress me. That could be you one day, should you continue to follow this dark and winding path. Beneath your feet, creation shivers and writhes. It yearns for transformation like a worm in a cocoon that dreams of wings and freedom. A transformation that only the beast can excite. A dark god of ancient sacrifice, a muse to the twisted and vile. The beast, the nightmare, the darkness, names given to it by mortals that think with slugs bound in shells of bone. Yet, one man knew the beast's true name, understood its impenetrable nature. Malachi. You shall be rewarded.
Deshret has ascended and returned, as we all must, to the dust of Vestiri. The Red Sakema's dishonor has passed, and for that, outsider, I will always be grateful. Yet honor lies not in whether an act is committed. Honor lies in how an act is committed. What does it say of the Marraketh when we are forbidden to attend to our own? What does it say of Oyan and her belief in her own blood, our own honor? Go where you are needed. Yes? I'm watching you.